The family says they're heartbroken.
I will never be happy until when we find justice for Patrick.
Patrick Lyoya's mother blasts the decision to not retry the ex-officer who fatally shot her son.
Patrick Lyoya was fatally shot on April 4th of 2022. Christopher Schurr, the officer who pulled the trigger, was tried for murder, but a mistrial was declared after the jury couldn't reach a unanimous verdict.
And today, 21 days after the judge declared that mistrial, his family took time to speak out.
Through a translator, they're speaking about the pain this has caused, even years after his death. So let's get out to Will Jones. So, Will, the prosecutor was pretty clear on why he decided to not retry this case.
DeMond and Kimberly Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker said a second trial would end in the same way, but he called it a difficult decision for the Lyoya family. They waited a long time for the trial, and they wanted a second go at justice.
This decision really broke me down, and my heart is still bleeding right now.
Speaking through an interpreter, the parents of Patrick Lyoya sharing their heartbreak over Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker's decision not to retry the case against former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr.
I will never be happy until when we find justice for Patrick. And to see that the murderer who killed my son, and my son right now is in his tomb, and the murderer is still free and enjoying with his family, that is really painful to me.
Schurr was on trial for second-degree murder, but the jury could have considered a lesser charge of manslaughter.
You're unable to reach a verdict as a panel?
Correct.
After 4 days of deliberation, the jury couldn't reach a decision. That prompted the judge to declare a mistrial. Prosecutor Becker expressed doubts that a second jury would reach a different verdict. Then Johnson, who is representing the Lyoya family, thanked Becker for filing charges in the first place, but shared his frustration with the outcome.
Schurr absolutely committed homicide. And he put a bullet in the back of his head when he didn't have to save his own life. Did not have to.
We black in this country, we are not important to the justice. We are not important to the justice.
Schurr's attorney has said that a retrial would not be good for anyone. They don't believe the outcome would be any different. The Lyoya family is going after Schurr in civil court. They have filed a lawsuit. A conference on that lawsuit is scheduled for sometime next month. DeMond, of course, we will continue to follow this civil case. Back to you.
So, Will, quick question for you. Is there any concern from the Lyoya family or their attorney about how the criminal trial could possibly or potentially impact the civil case?
Attorneys for the Lyoya family don't believe the criminal case will have any impact on the civil case. They say a different standard applies in the civil arena. DeMond?
All right, Will, thanks for following up on this one.